Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl Patiti Sparkles, and I'm back at it again today with a juicy and amazing and lovely and informative video that you will like. Okay, so I am dropping for you into this video 10 things you should know before moving to Ibadan, okay, so that these things will not come as cultural shock, and when you come to Ibadan you find it hard to adjust for that new job that you're getting, the relocation, if you're coming to Ibadan to start a family, or you're coming, because your job transferred you here, or you're coming, because you just want to start a new life. Okay, so you need to know these 10 things before you move to Ibadan, so that we all can be on the same level, so that you not be like, Patu to say come to Ibadan, but Ibadan people are like this, things like this is happening in Ibadan. Oh, I didn't know that things like this happen in Ibadan. So the first thing is something also that I actually didn't like when I moved to Ibadan, and it came as like a cultural shock to me, though almost every Nigerian do it, but it's like times raised to power 10 in Ibadan. People stare. Okay, that's point number one. People stare in Ibadan, and so don't be alarmed or don't feel like they are looking at you in a bad way or something. It's just like Ibadan people can actually be in each other's business. Okay, that's just Ibadan's nature. So people stare at you, okay, especially if you have like an edgy fashion, or you just have like a different look. Okay, maybe if I go out now with this hair, this is how Ibadan people will be looking at you, like from head to toe. Like I remember when I first moved to Ibadan, whenever I go out like in public places, Ibadan people made me so self-conscious that I would literally look at myself, my leg, my feet, my hands, like, why are these people looking at me? Is my cloth transparent? Is something showing in my body? Oh, did I stain my period? Did I get a period stone? Because people look. But let me give you the tip. That's why you have patootie. Now that I've known that people just look for looking sake, not that they have anything against you, it's either they are amazed or they just they have not, it's either they are amazed, they appreciate it, or they just really doesn't like what you're wearing or what you look like or how you're acting. So when people look at me, I just do what? I give them the same energy back. I look you back. Look me, I look you. It's the person that first tired that will stop, because you cannot look me back. So when they look at me, I remember I used to say, how do I do it? I'm like, girl, well, don't look at me. But when you look at me, me too, I'll look at you. The funny thing is, when they are looking at you, they will let you know that that they know. Okay, what am I saying? So when they are looking at you, they will let you know that they know that that they are looking at you, and they really, really look. Oh God, I've spent so much time talking about that, but Ibadan people stare, but it's not it's harmless. To be honest, most times it's harmless. It's just probably that they appreciate you, or just like you. So the second thing that you should know that is actually kind of like a little bit hard for me to adjust to, I don't know if this happens in other states, is the means of transportation here in Ibadan. Okay, so firstly, there are no like long luxurious bus, though that one was not really bad, because I didn't even like entering long bus anyway. So but there are no luxurious bus. We don't have BRT in Ibadan. So if you're coming from Lagos and you're used to BRT, well, you have to adjust, because we don't have BRT, or people that stayed abroad that take the bus or the train. We don't have long buses, though they are like 5 or 6 or 10 that I used to see around, and I think it was during the administration of the former governor, may so rest in peace. And also I heard that this new government, I saw some buses online, but I don't know how far it's true. Like I think they bought some buses that they want to use as means of transportation, some long buses. So I really do not know, but I'm sure that for now we don't usually use long buses for our means of transportation. Also under the means of transportation, there are these interesting micro cars, I call them. See, like these people are the problem of Ibadan. I'm telling you, Ibadan is perfect, but Micra drivers will give you a day. Okay, first of all, the Micra is like a tiny car. Okay, you might have seen it a lot, most in movies, or also some people use it, but not as a means of transportation. But that's what's used as a means of transportation in Ibadan. And this car is so tiny. The drivers, they take 2 people in front. I know I remember when I got to Ibadan, whenever I want to sit, and the driver is waiting for me, I'm seeing someone in front and he's saying coming. I'm like, where am I supposed to sit? And the person sitting too will be like, coming, like 2 of us here. And the government has actually always been trying to regulate that these people should take one person in front, but they don't use the head, they have coconut head. So the Micra is kind of like a small cab, and that's what we use around the city. Okay, even the buses, the normal buses that we use, like the Danfo in Lagos, you know, in Lagos you see a lot of Danfo, you don't see all those mini cars, but in Ibadan it's the mini cars, and the buses are like Danfos. They are not as much as the Micra, and those Micra drivers, if you're coming to Ibadan, please be watchful for them. Like, it should be my number 3 point, but let me just say with this, they are very, very terrible drivers, because the car is so small, they just come prum prum prum. So if you think you know how to drive in Lagos people, they learn, because at the end of the day a bus cannot really take a small space to overtake you or something. But you see those Micra, prum, they have enter, plum, they have entered. So that's, wow, that's number 2, and we're on 7 minutes. I'll try and edit this video. And thirdly, under the means of transportation, which was really a shock to me, I don't know if it happens also in other states, your motorcycle, the motorcycle takes 2 people. 2 strangers can take a motorcycle, can share a motorcycle. Okay, so motorcycle is Okada, just, you know, the driver and 1 person. Normally, where I'm coming from, 2 people sit on a motorcycle, but we have to be together. But in Ibadan, the first time I was going to take bike, the bike man took me from my own station, my bus stop, and he was going, and then he was stopping. Someone was waving down for him. I literally jumped off the bike because I was really so scared. I was not sure what was happening. So, and the bike man was like, what happened? I was like, why do you want to kidnap me or something? Me, I was ready to shout, because hey, I just came to Ibadan, let them not go and kill me anywhere. But so the other guy that wanted to take bike was like, nothing, that's how it happens, that 2 people share bike. So the bike man was like, except you pay 200. I said, oh, you should have told me this one before. He said, that's how they used to take that. And some places, you know, they take 2, you can take people if you 2 people if you want to share. So I was like, don't worry, I'm going to pay for my bike, and you know, I don't want to share with someone. But eventually I got used to it. It's even me that will be telling Okada, see, oh, it's 2 people you carry, it's 100 naira I have. I can't shout. Point number 3 is that there are limited numbers of high-rising buildings in Ibadan. Okay, so if you're into like penthouse, you have lived like in cities all your life, you know, sometimes in Lagos, if you go to Marina or Lagos Island, you see all these long houses, these tall houses. We really do not have that a lot in Ibadan. In fact, the only tall buildings we have are actually like commercial buildings, like for stores. But for residential, like, you know, 107, or what's that building called in Lagos, you don't really see that built for residential. Though we are having like some, but you don't see a lot of that in Ibadan. So that's point number 3. Point number 4 about Ibadan is that everybody knows everybody in this city. Okay, you'll be surprised that Ibadan is said to be the largest city in West Africa. I think that's what Wikipedia or Google said, but if not even West Africa, I'm sure it's the largest city in Nigeria. But Ibadan is practically room and parlor, because everybody knows everybody. So you see yourself at the same spot. Okay, if you go out, if you're an outgoing person, everybody literally hangs in the same you know, bar, lounge, clubs, because there's not really a lot of it. So sometimes it might be good for networking, and other times you just feel like you don't have privacy. And that's why I want me personally, I don't even really like to go out. And when I go out, like today you saw me somewhere and you walk up to me and you be like, the next time maybe I try to just chill at another place and you be like, oh, I saw you at this place. I don't like it. I don't like when people know me, or I don't like when people can predict or know that this is where you chill and all that. So it's kind of one thing about Ibadan. So, and also don't think that people are stalking you. You might come to Ibadan and maybe you want to ask a lady out, or a guy asked you out, and you know, the next day maybe you said no, the next day or next week you went out again, you saw him at the same place, an entirely different location, you saw him at the same place, and you feel, oh, maybe he knew I was coming here. You probably didn't know. It's just like everybody's at the same place. Okay, so everybody knows everybody in Ibadan. It's quite a small city. Also, number 5, there are no beaches. So point number 5, there are no beach that sounds weird. There are no beaches. Okay, there is no beach in Ibadan. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Like, water, Atlantic Ocean and all that. We don't have it in Ibadan because we have, we have lakes, we have, we okay, well, I'm not trying to compete in that area, but we do not have a beach in Ibadan. Okay, so if you're really a mommy water and you like to go to the beach and all that, you might, want to forfeit that one, because you will not get any in Ibadan, except they are trying to create an artificial beach, which that keeps coming out wrong. Except they are trying to create an artificial beach that I do not know of yet, but for now there are no beaches in Ibadan, so you have to learn to live with that. So point number 6, we have great electricity in Ibadan. So for some people, they'll be like, especially if you're abroad or you're not from Nigeria, be like, having 15 hours of electricity or 10 hours means your electricity is good. Go and ask Lagos people, because they share light for them like 4 hours. You have 4 hours for the day, you are good. They cut you off. Let us give it to the next neighborhood. But in Ibadan, especially, I did a video about the best places to live in Ibadan. Bodija, Jericho, Ring Road side, they really have good electricity. There are some places that have bad electricity, and let me give you a cheat if you want to know where there is good electricity in Ibadan. You see these areas that they have a lot of factories, which is a lot around this Oluyole side. That's why they have a good light. And also check your transformer, the feeder that serves your community. If it's like a 33 kV feeder, or if it is a 33 kV feeder, you're good. But the electricity in Ibadan is actually really like okay compared to a lot of places that have been in Nigeria. The electricity, at least we have like 15 hours electricity per day. That's in 24 hours. That's really good, especially those areas that have. So check your TC or where it's coming. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. Point number 7 is that there is actually cultural preservation in Ibadan. Okay, so Ibadan is a city inside a town, or let's say it's a city that there is a town inside. So there are sometimes you're just driving around in Ibadan, and the next place you're driving around civilization, development, and just the next street you're entering into is like you're going back to the village. Okay, and this is something that me personally I like about Ibadan, because it just balances it. It makes you have the feel of, I know where I'm coming from and this is where I'm going. So sometimes it just helps you balance life, because you can see it. But fine, development is good, but I feel like there's so much culture in Ibadan that they don't want to eradicate those places. So there are some areas, it's just like you're going to Bodija, you're coming from Ring Road. Okay, Ring Road is developed, you see a lot of cars, you see a lot of tall buildings, you see shopping malls, restaurants, eateries, lounge, clubs, name it, everything that development have brought, technology and all that. And you're driving to go to Bodija, and the next thing you meet Bere or Jaoba. You get to Ojaoba, Bere, Yemetu, and you're like, okay, wait, am I still in Ibadan, or have we gotten to a village? And after you leave like Yemetu, you get to Total Garden, then you see another development going, you're like, okay, are we in Ibadan? So there's like all these olden areas, and these areas actually have like the history of Ibadan. That's where Ibadan started from. That's like the what's it called, the ancient Ibadan. Okay, so it's kind of still preserved, and I like it. But some people might not like it. We feel like you just want to be in the city. Well, no, you won't really. You cannot carry those places away. Okay, so number 8 is you can be beaten for overpricing. Those that know, I've told you people in videos before, don't overprice. I know where you're coming from. In Lagos, someone can tell you want to buy something, they can say it's 10,000 naira, and you can eventually buy it for 2,000 naira. But in Ibadan, to be honest, these people are honest people. So if they want to actually sell, because they know you will still price, the Nigerian and you will make you price, they will actually probably call it for you, let's say 3,500, okay, and you say they sell it for 2,000. But because you feel like, oh, I'm street smart, when they say 3,500, you say let me pay 500, they can beat you. They will even abuse your ancestors. So don't if you want to buy anything in Ibadan, just probably make sure that you ask around to have the knowledge of the price of the thing, so that you don't just go to the market and make a nuisance of yourself. Okay, don't try to be overpricing. Is it go back with Dija? They will abuse if they pour you water for market. It's not me. Number 9, something that I personally love, I love it about Ibadan, is accommodation is actually very, very affordable. Okay, Ibadan is a city that will make you become a landlord in like a very, very quick time. It's really a beautiful city, and considering the accessibility to like one of the most developed cities in Nigeria, it's kind of like really, really amazing. Okay, so Ibadan housing is cheap. If you want to buy land, it's affordable. Okay, if you want to live, you want to rent, it's affordable. So that's one of the things I love about Ibadan: housing, accommodation, even hospitality. Like, I remember someone came to Ibadan and he wanted to buy a turkey, you know, and sold it for him for 1,000 with chips, and the guy was shouting 1,000. I mean, you mean 1,000? This thing in Lagos, I buy it for 3,025. So the guy and the seller was like, well, this is Ibadan, it's kind of affordable. Okay, so I noticed one thing about Ibadan people: they just, you know, want to make life easy for everybody. They want to make profit, but sometimes don't just make ridiculous profit. Like, don't be scamming people because of something that's not even worth it. So if you're paying really, really expensive in Ibadan, to be honest, you're going to get the best quality of things. Like, whatever you get here is great. And also, the last but not the least, food is also very, very, in fact, food is cheap, not like it's affordable. Feeding could be cheap in Ibadan. You can eat whatever you want and have fun wherever you want at really affordable prices. Yeah, those are my 10 things you need to know before moving to Ibadan. There will be more. I will update you with it. But if you enjoyed this video and you want me to post more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and you know, I'll see you in my next video. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.